We're in the middle of a pretty good flu and cold season. What about chiropractic? Hi, my name is Dr. Jim McCann. I own Atlas Chiropractic in Holyoke. In order to answer that question, we have to go back around 100 years to the year 1918 to 1919. That's when they had the great Spanish flu epidemic. That epidemic swept the world, and it literally killed tens of millions of people. Almost 1 million people right here in the United States. Well, when the epidemic was all said and done, and they looked at the statistics and they looked at how people were treated, how people were cared for during that time, they found out that people that were under chiropractic care survived at a much higher rate than those that were under medical care. So back then, we're talking about the year 1918, chiropractic was in its infancy because chiropractic was only founded in 1895 by D.D. Palmer. So we're barely 20 years old at the time. Chiropractors were struggling. They were actually in a battle with the medical community because chiropractors, like medical doctors, were treating infectious disease. This was the time before antibiotics, before immunizations. Well, what happened was when they looked at those statistics, they saw that the people that were under chiropractic care at the time survived at a much, much higher rate than those that were under medical care. In fact, those that were under chiropractic care had 1/40 the death rate compared to those that were under care of medicine at the time. Why did this happen? And why was it such a benefit to chiropractic? Well, the reason it happened is because the human body is a miracle, and the human body just needs to be able to function properly. And we'll explain more to you about that, but the benefit to chiropractic at the time was it was a boom for chiropractors. Because chiropractic was struggling in its infancy. Chiropractors were being jailed for practicing medicine without a license. There was no licensure. Well, lo and behold, now the states became interested in licensed chiropractors and licensing them because they found that it was an effective way to care for people and to enhance their physiology, not only make them feel better, but make their immune systems work better. Of course, since then, all kinds of research has been done to show that this is indeed a true thing. There's an intimate relationship in the body between the immune system and the nervous system. Obviously, chiropractic makes the nervous system work better. That enhances the immune system, and then you have improved immunity. So increased resistance to sickness and disease. That happens to be one of my major side effects that I mentioned in another video. One of the major side effects of chiropractic, increased resistance to sickness and disease. So if this sounds good to you, if you would rather get adjusted and keep under regular chiropractic care rather than get regular immunizations, and with regard to that, I would suggest that you go to nationalvaccineinformationcenter.org. It's nvic.org. Go there. It's a wonderful resource for you to be able to look and see whether or not you're actually interested in getting a certain immunization after you educate yourself. You need to be educated in order to make an appropriate decision. So go there with regard to any question you have on immunization. And in the meantime, get yourself adjusted and enhance your immune system so that you can have increased resistance to the colds and flu coming down the road. Remember, keep your spine in line and you'll feel fine.